Welcome to today's Cozy Creature live stream. We're gonna get started pretty quickly because I only have an hour today as well. So start putting your ideas into the chat, and while we sort of talk a little bit about my past creatures just to inspire you all, let me know what you are thinking of drawing today. And then we will write down all the things. You guys know the drill by now. This is the creature we created on our last live stream. His name is Gordon, and he's like a butler who's also kind of a gourd. A butler to the pumpkin prince and princess. So all of the characters, pretty much all of the ones I'm going to show you, are the ones from my October Creature Treat series. This person says, I don't have audio because I'm traveling. Give me a thumbs up once you see this. Here's a thumbs up. I can see it. Nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, these are going to be the creatures from my October Creature Treat series. And if we decide to continue on that theme, then we'll add today's to that as well. So this is Gordon. This was October Mulligan, our Creature Month creature for this month, but she ended up kind of being the first character to jumpstart the Creature Treat series. We have Bob the Goblin. We've got this ghostie. Her name is Sheerly Ghostly. We have Lynn the Goblin, who's like my personal favorite. We have Ogden Mumford, all bandaged from head to toe. We have Baticus. Also kind of goes along with Radicus and Catticus, who are creatures we created on this live stream series. We have Candy Cornfeld. I love her because Candy Corn has no sharp edges, and nothing about her has sharp edges. She doesn't even have lashes, you know? We have the Pumpkin Prince. He's gifting the princess this little black cat. So sweet. This is the Pumpkin Princess. You guys, this was also my creature to celebrate 2,800 subscribers, and this is now the most popular creature on my channel, so we have her to thank for many new people joining the Creature Nation, so thank you to the Pumpkin Princess. Love her. This is today's creature, if you guys had a chance to look. I just posted him before I started this live. His name is Pumpkin, and he's a very small little emo character. And then this is the wizard I made yesterday. You guys came up with a bunch of names for him, but we haven't yet decided what his name is going to be. But I love him, and I'm also going to create a little cute witch as well soon. This is Ever So Ghostly, another sheer character. She's kind of 70s-ish. Then we have the vampire character. His name is Stoker, and he's kind of one of my favorites, I think. I just love how thick and bold the lines are. We have Spidey. She's cute too. She's kind of like a ballerina. And then this is the other creature we created on another one of our recent live streams. Not an October Creature Treat character, but she's also sheer, and she's the Elder St. Clair, which is a family that we have in the Creature Nation. So if you know, you know. This is the pose for today's character, you guys. I drew this pretty fast. It's very different than any other pose I've drawn so far on live. I basically kind of am thinking someone who's kind of either looking at a bug or a flower or looking up, arms behind the back, kind of cute and coy and adorable and kind of stout. So let me know if you like this pose, and we're going to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and read the chat. You guys know the drill. Basically, we start writing down all of the ideas in the notebook so that we can remember what it is that we're coming up with, keep the ideas together, and then also if anyone joins the live stream, they can see what we're up to and see what we're doing. So hello everyone, welcome, welcome. We did that intro pretty quickly. Okay, another ghostly family member, we could do that. That would be really fun. I'm not going to be here for long, but I'm going to drop some ideas before I go. That's fun. Then when you wake up tomorrow, you can see if we used your ideas. That's totally fine. Ghostly member would be cool. Yeah, that would be perfect. We have a few more ghostlies to make. And you guys, I could share with you the names of the other ghostlies that I have, because if you haven't noticed the ghostlies, there's a theme with their names. There's Mostly Ghostly, Sheerly Ghostly, and Ever So Ghostly. So I could tell you guys what the other ones are going to be named, and you guys could pick a name that you like, and we could make another ghostly. So I'll write down ghostly, because that seems like someone we might want to create. Ghostly. I'm so happy you guys are all here. This is so fun. Maybe a dog as a cohort, oh, we could do a little dog like Frankenweenie, kind of holiday appropriate. Oh, someone said, what's the name of the Tim Burton dog? I literally just said it. That's it. Well, his name was Sparky, but the movie is called Frankenweenie. And it's actually interesting because I used to have a dachshund. named Sparky. So I love that movie. Well, also that it's actually a short film that he created and then turned into a long feature film later on in time. But yeah, now you guys are talking about it, so I guess I'm a little late to it. A child creature. Yes, this could be a cute little child. What do you guys think of the pose? Is it kind of fun? Are you kind of getting the vibe of kind of like, you know when someone in a cartoon is like whistling and like rocking back and forth and like looking up? Kind of that kind of vibe. Frankenweenie inspired creature could be cute. I love that idea. The Pumpkin Princess isn't actually the most popular yet. It's the most popular in terms of like engagement, in terms of likes. It's not the most viewed. She doesn't have as many views. Okay, yeah. I keep saying things, like responding to them and then see you guys have already said them in the chat. She's 3,000 views away from meh. I don't know why meh just popped up. I think that was just like a time in my channel where I was getting, like I was just kind of boosted in the algorithm. I don't know why. Corpse Bride, Frankenweenie, and Nightmare Before Christmas. Out of those, Frankenweenie is my favorite, like, for sure. I have 2 dachshunds. Someone said, oh my gosh, we have 2 family dachshunds, and then I have 1 dachshund of my own. Yeah, I feel like her first name would be either Kinda or Slightly. Slightly is one of the ideas for one of the names. Kinda would be a name, but we already have a creature named Kinda, but you're definitely on the right track. There's Kinda Kaplan. Skeleton Mask. I've only seen 3 things that Tim Burton has created. He's created so many things. A mask. Okay. Should I write down a mask idea? Like someone said a skeleton mask. Someone said, I'll write down like a little dog. Something dog. You guys, this could be a little dog-like character. Like with dog ears, like with floppy ears and a snout. Either way, you guys keep coming up with ideas in the chat, and I'm going to start drawing because I think sort of like the placement of these eyes, I'm not really sure what you guys want to do. I think it would be either cute if she was looking up this way or down this way at something. So we can decide as I'm drawing, but I'm just going to kind of place the eyes how I think they should be. Kind of like, I hope I'm going to get this across correctly. And I've had like a pretty busy day, so I'm a little bit like jittery because I've been running around and like drawing all day in a bit of a more rushed manner. So sorry about that if the energy is a little bit chaotic. And I just have an hour, but I'm excited to spend this hour with you guys. A plague doctor, someone said. People like that idea. I don't know really how to execute that, but we could try. I've seen so many Tim Burton things. I also have a lot of, like he's written books as well. There's this one book that I really love. It's called The Melancholy Death of Oyster Boy. And it's just the version I have is a little black canvas book. I think it has like silver embossing. And it's just little poems with little drawings, kind of like a dark Shel Silverstein. And I love that. I really love that book. Tim Burton writing and illustrations, I believe. So then for the ears, we're going to place them where I believe they should be placed. You can hear my my dog in the background because she's burrowing into her new blanket. Okay, and then we'll kind of level out the ear here. This character might be, I don't know, there might be, I just feel like because of the pose, it could be a little bit goofy, which could be a fun element to add. So here, you guys, I don't know if anyone cares about this, but I finally replaced my tiny eraser that was minuscule and like barely existent. I finally replaced it and I got a new eraser pencil, so that's perfect. Wednesday, people are saying Willy Wonka. I love that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie. No, the iconic eraser. I don't even know where it is right now. It's like not, it's barely hanging on. I mean, I guess I could bring it back, but this is definitely a lot more, it's just a lot more, what's the word that I'm looking for? Precise. It's a lot more precise to be able to control my eraser. So what do you guys think? Should this character be looking up or down? And what do you think of the pose? Like, are you kind of understanding the vibes? And should we make someone for the Creature Treat series? We could make a ghostly. This could be a ghostly that like, like an eavesdropping ghostly who's kind of like, I don't know. Doesn't she kind of look nosy, like she's eavesdropping? We do have to decide kind of now if she's going to be looking up or down, because I'm going to start drawing the eyelids and continue with the expression and the nose. And yeah, also let me know in the chat while I'm drawing, like, what do you guys think of the live streams? Like, are you enjoying kind of just coming up with whatever kind of festive, cozy vibes for the season? Or do you want to go back to doing like more specific series, like more specific assignments on the lives or creature roulette, or like, what are we thinking? Because I think we're in a pretty good groove, but I just want to make sure that you guys are enjoying it. Okay, let me check the chat. The eraser should be framed. I could frame it. Hopefully it's still like findable, because it really was like the nub. It's a music video. Oh, didn't Tim Burton just direct a music video for Lady Gaga? Am I wrong? I love the live, so I don't care what's happening. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think we've kind of gotten into a groove, because at first it was like just thinking of whatever. Then we had more specific series ideas, and now I feel like we're just kind of in the cozy realm. And I think that's perfect, because we can make a creature that fits whatever series I'm currently doing. Or yeah, just something festive, something seasonally appropriate. So I'm enjoying it, but I'll continue to like come up with little different things, just so that we can switch it up. Like, I think the poses are always fun because I can experiment with different ones. I actually was going to do a different pose today, but I did not have time to draw it. So not tomorrow, next Saturday, I will do the different pose that I was thinking of, and it'll be very fun. Yes, I'm right. This person says, I haven't really liked some of the live creatures since Xander. Yeah, I loved Xander. Well, maybe we can make one that you like more today. So let's decide, you guys. Eyes looking up or eyes looking down? Someone let me know. I'm thinking, I guess regardless, we can start the eyelids, because this could go either way. But kind of something like that. I hope that's like even enough. Yeah, I think. Maybe up to the side, someone says. Okay, so kind of like this. Just to give kind of a good idea of what we're planning. We could either do that. I actually really like that. Or I'll just give you both options. It's like easy enough to draw quickly, but we'll even it out, of course. Or down, and then we could draw something she's looking down at. What do we think? Straight ahead, staring into the soul. I would do that if she was facing forward, but since she's not, it kind of doesn't make sense. Plague Doctor could be the best choice. Who was Xander? Xander was when we did the creature roulette, and we picked out of the big purple hat, and we came up with Sleepy, Droopy, and Princess Pajamas and the frog. Remember that? The prince. Or you could have just said that. Okay, what do you guys think? The only real like suggestion I've seen is looking up. So we could do that, but I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm just gonna shade the eyelids while I'm waiting for you guys to come up with an idea. And this will be very cute. Maybe we should think about what we want the person to be wearing. I think we should do not a dress or a skirt, definitely pants, just so we can see this pose, this kind of leaning over pose. I think it's fun. That's so fun. I think up. Okay, people are saying up, so. Or maybe that's just the same person saying that. But up is cute. Up is kind of like, it kind of looks like this person then is like pretending to be distracted and thinking about something else, but really they're like fully listening and fully eavesdropping. You know what I mean? Did you guys like my little pumpkin creature? Like, what do you guys think of him? That's like a name I've wanted to make a creature for a long time. I thought of that name and I made a little pumpkin a few years ago, like 5 years ago. And I've been wanting to make one for this channel, so I finally came up with it. Okay, I think this is good. I think this is pretty even. And let's kind of decide on expression. What are we thinking? Are we thinking maybe kind of shy, nosy, nefarious, smug? I love him so much. Thank you. I was actually kind of a fan of him as well. Okay, let's think about this. So if they're kind of looking to the side, we could do like a side nose. But honestly, I'm kind of thinking we're not that in profile. So maybe we'll just do like a regular little more forward-facing nose. And we could do like that. Like, I feel like we never really do that type of face, you know? I don't know. Just a thought, just a thought. And then I kind of want to do eyelashes because I really love doing lashes. I feel like that's kind of a signature for my creatures at this point. Let's read the chat. Adjuster type. Interesting you should say that. Maybe nosy. I always only read the text on the thumbnails. Big, thick lashes. Oh, hello. I don't recognize your name. Are you new? Okay, so for thick lashes, we're either going to do wispy. Well, I guess if they're going to be thick lashes, they're not really going to be that wispy. So let's just see what we come up with. I think if you're saying that, you at least want prominent lashes. And that is very fun to me. Kind of like that. She almost kind of reminds me of a Who. I love the Who's. Okay. Is this kind of what we were thinking, or do we want the lashes to be like even thicker? Oh, also, you guys, I know that there's been a lot of messages in the Discord, and I haven't checked yet. So I'm aware that you guys have been messaging me, but I'm just letting you know I haven't had a chance to look yet. I've just been very busy and have a lot of creature things in the works, and I'm very excited to share them. So, also, what's another good time to do a live stream? Because I think I'm going to do another just chatting live stream where I'm not drawing. I'm just talking to you guys about creature stuff. So I'm not sure if I should do that on a whim or if you guys, like, I don't know, have another time throughout the week that would be good. I'll probably post a poll about it. But what do we think of the surprised face? Hi. Have fun and choose the plague doctor. Bye. Bye. I can't wait to share this creature with you tomorrow. Sleep tight. Oh, literally right as I was talking about that, someone said, have you checked your DMs? No, I haven't. Very cute. Wait, one last question. How's the giveaway creature coming along? The giveaway creature is coming along great. I'm so excited to share it. I'm going to share it when I hit 3,500 subscribers. So the giveaway creature will be the milestone for 3,500. So when I hit that, I'll be posting that creature. I have like one other question I just have to ask the person who won the giveaway before I am completely done with it. And then, yeah, so expect that for 3,500. I feel like every 3,500 is kind of like a relevant, important milestone. So, yeah, we'll be posting that. I don't think you guys even have an inkling of what it is unless the person has told you. School is making me not so eager to stay up super late. I know, it's so hard to get up in the morning sometimes. Okay, you guys, what are we thinking for outfit? What are we thinking for expression? I think if she kind of looks like a Who, we could do a little surprised eyebrows. Not super fuzzy eyebrows, but just very off to the side. Very soft. I actually really like this. Audio is back because traveling is done. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you. I hope your traveling is going well. A Who kind of fits them. Yeah, it is kind of like Cindy Lou Who-ish. Anyways, let's decide, you guys, what we're going to do for the creature. You guys have come up so far with making this person a ghostly or having like little dog features, which would also be really, really cute. I think someone also said skeleton. So what do we think? What are you guys thinking? Because this is kind of a simple character design. So I don't think we'll be here for too long. Let's just kind of perfect what we have. You know, we could do something simple. We could do something very simple. Sorry, I'm just seeing that I feel like her head should be a little bit of a different shape there. I don't know if anyone sees even a relevant difference, but it makes sense in my head. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. I really want to draw. I haven't drawn in forever. Please draw. Draw while we're drawing. Draw with me. It's fun. Who else is drawing? Maybe a big bow. Is this a ghostly family member? Freckles. Let's add some freckles. I love that. We haven't added freckles in a long time, or if ever, like on one of these lives. So we'll add some freckles. Is this a ghostly family member? Could be. I would love to do a giant bow. What do you guys think? I think a giant bow would be... Should I just try it? The last person with a bow is Candy Kornfeld, and I really love her bow, but it's not overly big. We could make this one like really dramatic. The other one I can think of that has a really big dramatic bow is maybe Miller. I love them all. They're all my children. Okay, so if we did a giant bow, I think let's try to execute this. Because I want it to be kind of floppy, like a little bit floppy. So maybe kind of like... The bow could even extend a little further. Just give me a minute to figure that out. I think this would be a really adorable ghostly, honestly. And you know what? If you guys would be okay with it, we could do a surprise name for her, since I have a bunch of ghostly name ideas, and I would just give her one of the ghostly names, because I have a bunch of them already sort of planned, but some I just have like name suggestions. So I could surprise you guys with a name, since you've accepted like that she's a ghostly, if we decide to go that direction. That could be fun. I don't think we've really done that before, but I also know you guys like coming up with the names, so maybe you guys could come up with a ghostly name and it would be one of the ones that I've already thought of, because I think you can, if you can kind of understand the theme, then you could probably come up with the name. And then process of elimination with similar names I've already used for my Creature Answer series. Like Kinda is a really good guess. It's just that I already have a character named Kinda Kaplan. Okay. What do you think of the giant bow? Oh, someone said, I'm going to go for a little see you later. That's fine. We'll still be here for 37 more minutes. Yes, like a giant bow giant. Did I understand the assignment? Little studded earrings. Cute. Let's do it. Little circles or something else? I just feel like if it's something else, it'll kind of interfere with her lashes. Currently making bracelets. Ooh, fun. What kind of bracelets? Like friendship bracelets, charm bracelets. Give her the JoJo bow, basically, is what this person's saying. Yes, so fun. Maybe embrace the Cindy Lou Who braids, crazy hair stuff. Braids would be cute. Wait, a chomp from the bow because the dog chewed on it. I like that idea. What do we think? What do you guys think? I'm sorry I can't be here. I'm with family. Totally fine. The fact that you even came in to let us know is so thoughtful. Thank you. Because I definitely notice when certain people aren't here. Trust me, my puppy chews on anything. That is understandable. Spectacular. Masterpiece. Thank you. That comes from someone who doesn't usually say that one. For outfit, maybe a Peter Pan collar shirt with puffy sleeves. Not sure how the creatures, so I may totally miss the mark. No, I think that's adorable. The only thing about puffy sleeves is it's going to be a little hard to read just because her arms are behind her back. You feel? But I definitely think a Peter Pan collar would like fit the vibe. And I think that the ghostly family are all kind of like a little bit they're all kind of different time periods, because think about it. Ghostlies, you're eternally present, but you probably turned into a ghost through all different eras of time. So I feel like some of the ghostlies are more modern, some of them are like from different eras. So a Peter Pan collar makes sense. I don't know when she could be from, but If someone has a Peter Pan collar, I automatically just like add 2 buttons. Does that make sense? Glass bead bracelets and keychains. How fun. How fun. Are you doing something festive like autumn colors, like oranges? And I buzzed my hair. That's so exciting. That's bold and really fun. Cool. Okay, what do you guys think of the giant bow? What do you think of the Peter Pan collar? I think, like, why not a onesie? Why not? I mean, you guys know I love a stripey onesie. But I just think that, hear me out, these feet could kind of warrant like footy pajamas. And also, let's start thinking about the hairs. And also, let me know what you think of the idea of me picking a ghostly name. Do you trust me to do so? Polka dots, could be polka dots. Actually, that could either make sense or be something you guys don't want to do, just because another ghostly, ever so ghostly, does have a Peter Pan dress with polka dots. So it could be like their siblings, or it could be like a little too similar. I'm not sure. Onesie, yes, someone says, yay. Lily Pad, I haven't seen you in lives. I think I've seen Lily Pad before. Please embrace Cindy Lou Who. I think that she's kind of giving that energy, but obviously she's going to be different because it's my creature. But I'm very, very inspired by Dr. Seuss, so I think it makes sense that that could happen. Peter Pan collars were popular in the 1920s, I think. Yes, also randomly in like the 2010s. Does anyone remember that? Were you guys alive at that time? I don't even know. I can see my demographics on YouTube, but I know that it's a little bit different who's in my live streams. Bit of a younger audience, I think. But basically in the 2010s, I feel like there were Peter Pan collars everywhere, like Peter Pan collar necklaces and Peter Pan collar shirts at like H&M and stuff. Festive bracelets. Yes, do like little fall harvest vibes. Cindy Lou. Crazy hair like they used a whole tub of gel. Okay, so what kind of hair are we thinking? Are we thinking a middle part? Like, let's kind of take a trip down memory lane here. Ever So Ghostly has kind of like a side part with a clean hairline that's kind of like just straight across. Claire St. Clair has like a middle part that's like very soft. Then we have like Spidey Webb, who kind of has a middle part, but it's like a widow's peak. Obviously, someone like this doesn't even have a part. It's just the widow's peak. We have hair sticking out from under a hat. We've got mohawk. We've got a side part. We've got hair that looks like leaves. Here's another middle part. So maybe there's just like some ideas there. You guys can kind of decide what will look good with her. Personally, I'm thinking a middle part just because it will also kind of help just logistically wise. It will kind of make sense as to where the bow is placed and kind of show the direction that she's leaning. Like it kind of just makes sense to center the bow. But you guys can decide. This is kind of how that would go, just in my opinion. And then we could do like braids, or people are saying like messy hair. Wait, actually, maybe a little higher up just because I want her eyebrows. I know I do this middle part on a lot of the creatures. I just feel like it works and it really frames their whole face so sweetly and so well. And I still can do other hairstyles. It's just like, I don't know, it's just a part that I feel like really works. So I'm just going to execute this. And then I'll check the chat and see what you guys say about it. We can always erase it. We can always change it. You guys know I do not mind if you tell me you don't like something and think I should do something else. We definitely do that a good amount of the times. We pivot directions. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe just a little bit more down. Like so. Yeah, I might have to even that out a little bit, but you guys, I actually think this is such a cute little creature, person, character. Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying. Braids, middle parts. Okay. braids, goody two shoes, Little Miss Perfect, exactly. Curly ringlets, that could be cute as well. I don't know if I can like pull that off right now, but it's definitely the energy. What if it's a little bit clean? Yes. Hello. Hi. Thank you for joining. Wait, brain thought. I like that you say brain thought and not just thought, as if thoughts come from anywhere but the brain, but that's so fun. Alert, brain thought. What about a little barrette or a clip? Yes, but where? Where, darling, where? Am I still, and still proposing the chomp out of the bow. What do you guys think about the chomp out of the bow? And also, where are the barrettes? Are the barrettes pinning her hair up here? Are the barrettes just kind of pointless? Do you guys ever wear a barrette like for no reason? Like it's not actually holding your hair back? That could be an option. Yes, clip. Okay, so just initially, like my first thought when you guys say barrettes, I'm thinking like here. I'm thinking like just some little barrettes right there. I don't know if that's what you guys meant. I don't know if that's what you were picturing, but that's kind of what I think of first because it's like pulling the hair back. And we could do that on both sides. Yes, clip for the fashion. Yes, bite. Okay, 3 people have agreed to the bite out of the bow. So where? This side, okay, so this is actually very important. I don't think the bite should come out of necessarily the corner. We could, but then it does kind of mess with the shape of the bow. So we could do it like out of the side. I'm going to try it 2 different ways and we can see what works. So I think the one way would be right there and the other way would be right here. That's just kind of what I'm seeing, like from a, I don't know, just drawing rules perspective. So let's see. Obviously, I don't think we'll do 2 bites, but we're just going to see which one looks better. It's kind of like, what's her name? Morsel. If you guys have been here for a while, Morsel Monroe from my Creature Portion series. She has a chunk because she's kind of like a bar of chocolate. What do you guys think of that chomp? Is that a good chomp? And then I'm going to also do a chomp on this side. And you guys should let me know which chomp, like, is correct. What do we think? I might have to change the shape of it. It might be a little bit too flowery, but right side. Okay, this one. I think of the chomp because of the puppy, yes. Right side because it balances with the clips on the left, if that makes sense. Yep, I completely agree with you. I'm so glad we're on the same page. I think that makes sense. So, you guys, if we have enough time, we might have to draw the cohort, like the dog that took the bite out. Because I feel like that would only make sense. Oh my gosh! It's also perfect because it looks like she's looking up at the bite that was taken out of her bow. Did we even mean to do that? Did you guys mean to do that on purpose? Because that makes perfect sense. She's like, oh no, someone took a bite out of my bow. Yes, perfect. Okay, you guys, I love it. So let's get started on the outfit. And then we can also do, what else was it that we were going to do? Oh yeah, the hairs. So in my humble opinion, I think we should go with the solid, classic choice of a stripey onesie. I just think it's so cute and I feel like it makes perfect sense. So I'm just going to show you what that would look like. I also think it kind of just covers all bases. It's cute. It's cozy. We can change the color of the stripes to be whatever vibe we want. Or if she's a ghostly, it could just be sheer. It also covers her feet as well, figuratively and literally, because it's footy pajamas. And then we could just focus on the cohort because I do think we should draw the little doggie that took the bite out. I think that'd be so fun because it could be a really tiny little creature, like kind of this size with kind of a big mouth because this is kind of a big chomp. You feel? Does that make sense? Now it must be ghostly member. The dog would unfortunately be dead, but a ghost and floating, which is fine because ghostlies are like present. Oh, Chihuahua cohort. Chihuahua, could be a Chihuahua, or we could just draw like a dog-like creature. That's the beauty of creatures. We do not have to follow any rules. So we can take elements from different types of dogs. So what do we think? What do you guys think of the stripey outfit? I think it's kind of iconic. And also, to be completely honest with you, this could be the hair. Like, we don't need to do anything else with the hair. I think this is like really cute, like kind of just little short hairs. Plus, if this person is truly a child, then it would make sense that they just have like a little bit of hair that's just like tied back right now with a bow and with barrettes. But we could add more hairs. Anyways, regardless, I think I'm gonna get started on the cohort. Am I like totally just taking over and thinking that you guys might want that, or do you want that? I don't even think we need this notebook right now, you guys. We've like pretty much decided what we're doing. So this has been very successful. We still have 24 minutes. Little Miss Perfect is gutted with her ruined bow. Exactly. It's so cute. Now it must be ghostly. Oh, I already read that. Chihuahua, Chihuahua. Chihuahuas are lovely. Chihuahua, adorable. Please, braids down, just flowing. Messy, kind of loose braids. Okay. Let's think about this before I... Oops, that's... Okay. Let me think about this. Now, were you guys here? I know at least one of you is here. 2 of you were here when we created the character that had long braids that go all the way down to the floor. We could do that again, or we could do just like little pigtails. What about a bun? I just don't know where we would put the bun. Do you know what I mean? Like, we already have something on the top of the head, so the bun would go down here, and then I think that wouldn't really come across. You feel? So if we are going to do braids, what would you guys want to do? Would you guys want to do long braids that go all the way down to the floor, or just like little pigtails? Someone said messy, kind of loose braids. That's also, but like still how long? You know, I need details. I need specifics. You guys. Okay, I'm just going to like alert, brain thought. One braid going down like tail, and dog has a long tail that matches. That's a cute idea. So I think where that braid would go, if there was one braid, I think it would go, we could kind of go back here. That could be the loose braid. And then how it would kind of give off a little bit of a tail energy is you can still tell that it's not a tail, that it's coming from her hair, but then it kind of comes out here. So it kind of has the same like visual cues that like a tail would have, like that. Drawing braids is not really my strong suit. I don't know if you guys have noticed that the way I draw braids is kind of like not really what a braid looks like. It's kind of just like a Zoe braid that I came up with. It's kind of a different hairstyle. It's more like the hair bobble hairstyle. What do we think? Is that braid kind of pulling too far? Maybe it should be more like here. I don't know. Just flowing. Oh, no new comments. Yeah. Okay, so how we would do this one is there would be a little tail at the end. We'd obviously have to match the hair with it. It could just have a little tie down here, just kind of like the barrette, just because I don't want to take away. Ooh, actually, that's quite nice. Looser. Okay, well, it's still loose because the top won't be braided. It'll just kind of be like, this is kind of how I draw my braids, but I can draw a more realistic braid if you guys want. This is just kind of to, I don't know. What do we think? A little looser, but perfect otherwise. Okay, yeah, it is kind of a tightened braid. I think I know what you guys are talking about. So not to alarm, but I'm going to erase. You guys know. Sometimes I erase like rather important parts, but we can always redraw. So I think even that was a little bit too like pulled. I think this would give off more of like a looser braid kind of energy. So let me just think about this for a second. And then we'll have to get into drawing the dog-like character. Okay, so I think, guys, it would kind of be something like this. Like, wait. Kind of like that. I know this is messy, but you guys kind of said loose braid. So maybe when I'm adding the color, if you're new here, I basically add the color after we finalize the sketch on live, and then I add the color and I introduce it the next day with color. So is that kind of a looser braid? We need our lure rat. Remember our lure rat? Too bad they couldn't stay here. Yes, there were rats everywhere. I have no idea what's going on. I've never seen a creature before. Lore is much needed. Oh, are you new? Did you just jump into this live stream and like you have not an inkling of a clue of like what's going on? Basically, I create original characters every single day and they're called creatures, and we have a creature nation, and there's lore, there's families, people are interconnected. Yeah, these are some previous creatures. Just don't have time to go through everything, but you can go back and like watch my old live streams, or just like basically you don't have to watch the whole live stream. I'm just saying that at the beginning of every live, I always share a bunch of past creatures so you can kind of get like a feel for the vibes. But I post creatures every single day on my shorts. So that's a good place to go check. They're short. They're just like under a minute videos. And I also have a long form on my video. It's short also. I think it's like 5 minutes. And it's called I Drew 100 Creatures in 100 Days. And you can kind of get like a rundown, a backstory of all the creatures and like really what's going on. Anyways, I didn't need to talk that much. A dachshund, kind of long body with floppy ears and a long tail. I mean, you're speaking my language because I have a dachshund. Little piece of fabric in mouth. Cute. Oh, like because he chewed off the top of her bow. I love that idea. Just showed up on my recommended and I clicked. Well, that is so exciting. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. We draw creatures every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And basically I draw just like a pose beforehand, and then you guys come up with ideas and we make fun characters. And then the next day on my YouTube shorts, I introduce the character like full color. So yeah, but we'll finish it tonight and then you guys can check my shorts tomorrow and it'll be fun. Anyways, people are adding rats into the chat because originally like some of my very first live stream creatures, I did a whole series where everyone wanted me to have cohorts that are rats for every creature. And a cohort is obviously just a cohort, like a partner in crime, a bestie, a sibling, a spouse, a pet, you know. Anyway, didn't know you were new. Just spam rat and mouse emojis and you'll fit in perfectly, literally. Okay, you guys, let's create the cohort. Speaking of cohorts. And people are spamming the chat with rats because that's just like, that's just what people do. You guys, it's funny because I already love rats, but it was you guys that like initiated that and I love it. So, okay. More rats in the chat. Little speckles. Like on the character or... Okay, so people said a long dog. So when I'm picturing a little doggy, honestly, I'm kind of picturing him sitting from the front and then looking up or looking forward. I mean, I think it'd be cute if they were looking forward. So if that's the case, then we're not really going to see like their whole body. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just going to see them kind of sitting from the front. I don't know. What do you guys think? Everything I say describes the dog. Okay. All right, perfect. That's very helpful. Little speckles, that's cute. I'm thinking the dog from The Nightmare Before Christmas. What's his name again? He's cute, the little ghosty dog. Floppy ears, speckles, longish body, floating. Oh, floating. I forgot about that, that detail. Okay, so if we're going to show a longish body, that means that he's kind of going to be facing this way. We're going to have him looking this way. So, oh gosh, you guys. I feel like I do get a little nervous sometimes for the cohort drawings just because I'm drawing the anatomy part from scratch. But let's see. I think that's the kind of dog you guys want. And then we can have kind of him sitting. Oh my gosh. Like this would be the leg with the foot. Guys, bear with me. It would be like, wait, no. Nope, absolutely not. Don't worry, I'm fixing it. This happens sometimes. I want it to be like the perfect pose because the pose is kind of everything. Like if I can't get the pose right, then nothing's going to be correct. I'm locked in for the dog. I don't care if it ends up that way or not. Okay, that's fine. Button nose with heterochromia. Okay, I like that idea. Um, I'm struggling a little bit with like the pose that I'm going to make because I kind of want to have him sitting forward. I just feel like it will be a bit easier to read. So maybe kind of how I did my frog. So, okay, so I'm just gonna, this will be the head size. Oh, how cute. Oops, but I already erased that. Or maybe you're talking about the ideas. Okay, so this is what I'm, maybe a little bit like that. Okay, that's already better than the first one. Tail will kind of emulate the same shape as her braid. I think that's kind of the idea there. Then we can do like kind of the way an animal sits like that. Another on the other side, which that's kind of going to be covered. I'm trying not to have moments of silence because I know that's kind of like weird. But I'm also trying to concentrate. So maybe something like that. Maybe a little spirally eye to mimic the stripes of her pajamas or something matching in general. Yes, we'll figure out something that like matches. But then we would have like kind of like a pause in there. Wait, okay, hold on. I think I'm getting somewhere. Just bear with me. Then this could be the belly button. Okay. And then we could just have, is that kind of like getting across what we're trying to do? Is it? I don't know, be honest. Because I'm not 100% sold on that pose. But while you decide, I'm going to sort of just work on the snout, and then we can go from there to decide if it's good. I think maybe a little higher up. And then we're just going to kind of get the angle right. So I think that would be the angle. This would be a little snout. Oh, the only thing is then we can't see the okay. I was going to say then we can't see the heterochromia because we're not going to see the other eye. So let's try this. If we just make the snout go a little more down. I don't know if you guys like when I explain what I'm doing, but sometimes I feel like otherwise you guys would be like, why are you erasing that? Wait, like what's happening? So I'm just kind of explaining. So then we'll do the little snout. And then as you can see, then the line kind of goes here. So then we'd have eyeball number 1 and then a little view of eyeball number 2, which you're also going to have to bear with me while I get that right. It could be a little higher up. Yeah. I mean, what do you guys think of this pose? Floppy ears, speckles, longish body floating. Okay, the only thing is this guy's not really floating, but he could be. Button nose with heterochromia, 2 different eye colors. How cute. Maybe a little spiral. Oh, wait, you guys didn't send me anything new. Okay, wait, so tell me if you think this is like, is this what you guys are thinking? I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Are we liking this? And then we can have him looking up, kind of like a little sheepish, like, yeah, I am the person who took a bite out of your bow. And just also a heads up, you guys, I have 11 minutes left. So we have 11 minutes to perfect this creature, add anything we want to add, and wrap up. And this has been so fun. Okay, so then I'm going to add some eyelids and some lashes because I know you guys want them to match. So I feel like I can safely assume that we want lashes because they match. And along with that, I think we will also add whiskers. I think that's also kind of safe to assume. And I mean, dare I say this kind of looks like a rat. Maybe. Oh yeah, he looks very cute. Thank you. But yes, on the big floppy ears. Can you do blue and brown eyes like my dog, who is literally part dachshund? Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm just thinking about the fact that he's a ghostly, so it'll be sheer, but that's fine. Okay. So I think for floppy ears, is this what you guys are picturing when you say floppy ears? Is this the vibe? I think it is, but let me know if I'm correct. I'm so glad someone new joined, you guys. Go back and watch the creatures, because we're currently in the midst of making October characters that are like festive and on theme. So this is going to be the next Creature Treat character, because that's the series. It's called Creature Treat. Guys, this looks like a mouse. He looks like an... What is that? Can you draw my OC? What is it? Hi, Lynthia. Lynthia. That's a fun name. It's like Lynn and Cynthia mixed together. We love ratty dogs in this household, literally. Okay, so maybe I'll do one other one to kind of show that there's another ear back there. Or not. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But obviously some tufts. Like, we always do tufts here and like a bit of fuzz. Now the question is, I think, do you guys want me to change his pose at all? Do we like his pose? What's an LPS WAA? I don't know. What do you guys think of the pose? He definitely looks like a mouse, but I think it's fine. Maybe like a little more lashes for her. Actually, I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. Can you have a matching bow on the tail? Yes. Wait, but do we like the pose? Are we happy with the pose? I like it. I'm okay with it. I feel like I might fix it a little bit when I add the color. I might kind of alter it a teensy bit just to make it right, but I'm just going to add some hairs as well. But we'll do a little bow on the tail. That's a classic. And it can match her bow. Guys. Okay, so I think now we have 7 minutes left. Pose is cute. They're plastic toys with big eyes. Oh, Lila's Pet Shop. Thank you. I'm sorry. I was not like clued into that abbreviation. But yeah. Anyways, so maybe I could do like teeth to show that he chewed it up. But I don't know. Actually, that's not really coming across how I like was in my mind. Anyways, maybe a little bit rounder of a nose just to be a little less mouse-like, but honestly, he could kind of be a mouse. Okay, you guys. Now what I think we're going to quickly go over is what are we thinking about the name? Because I think we've established she will be a ghostly. Ghostly. Which means she is a sibling of Mostly Ghostly and Ever So Ghostly. And the matriarch of her family is Sheerly Ghostly. And if you guys are okay with it, I have several ghostlies in the works, in my mind, in my, creature world coming soon. So I can pick the name just because I have a ton of ghostly names already planned. But maybe why don't you guys pick the name of the dog? How about that? Can you draw my OC? I don't know what it is. Where is it? What is it? The only thing I will say is like, for one thing, I do have commissions. You guys can commission me to do drawings because, like, I can't do every request. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people ask me to do their OCs, and if I do one, then I'm going to have to do other people's. So I do have commissions. And also, I will say, I don't really draw other people's characters because, like, I feel like part of kind of my whole niche and my whole channel is that I only do original characters. You'll notice, like, I don't do like other cartoon characters or anything like that, or like characters that exist. That's not to say like I would never do that. That's just kind of like the vibe of my channel. Anyways, woohoo, someone said for the dog. Oh, Boo. What about Boo? What about just Boo? Is that basic? Or I could also give the dog a name that kind of goes along with Sheerly and Ever So and like those types of names. Yeah, what do you guys think? I could do a dog that has a ghostly name. And in that case, I have a lot of really cute ideas, so I'd have to narrow down like which one he would be. But honestly, I'm kind of happy with the dog. The only thing that you guys didn't get that you asked for was him to be floating, which only one of you guys said that, but it would be cute if he was floating. But the thing is, it's a little too late because he's already down on like ground level. So if I make him look like he's floating, it won't make sense, which is fine because I would just move him up afterwards. But in terms of right now, it's not going to really make sense if he's floating. It's basic but classic for a reason. Exactly. I agree with you. I agree. Boo could be a good name. Boo Ghostly. So I think we'll pencil that in because I like that idea. But if you guys have any other suggestions, let me know. Also, you guys, I do have to go soon, and it's been almost exactly an hour, so this was very successful, I think. But definitely let me know, like, while I'm just kind of doing a little outro, let me know what you think of the names. Let me know if you're okay with me naming these little two ghostlies. And yeah, basically, let's just think a little bit about the updates for this channel. I have some very special things coming soon. Someone said oddly ghostly. That's adorable. Bye, Zoe. Bye. Nice to see you. So I have some special things, like real things in the real world, like not video things, that I'm going to be sharing soon. And we're going to continue with my Creature Treat series all through October. And I will be compiling all of the festive October creature characters into one long form. So if you guys like the long forms, they're all going to be there. And yeah, that's exciting. I might post that a little early just so people can still find it before like the end of the month. But I'm not sure yet. For now, we have a ton of creatures still to meet. We definitely are doing a witch, which a lot of you guys have requested, and a couple other requests are also in the works. So I'm very excited. So you guys came up with the names Oddly and Boo, so I'll keep them in mind when I'm doing the final creature. But you guys, this has been so much fun. I've really enjoyed this live stream. Like truly, this has been like a really fun one. I feel like this character just came so naturally. Like it just makes so much sense. So yeah. I will see you tomorrow with the final full color version of this creature and continuing throughout the week with my Creature Treat characters. And of course, I will also see you next Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to create more original creature characters with you all. And I can't wait to see you next week. And I can't wait to share the final versions of these creatures tomorrow in full color. Bye, everyone. I was actually reading a chat there, but I'm also saying bye. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining, and I will see you next week. And tomorrow. Don't forget to check back tomorrow for the full color version of these two ghostlies. Bye, guys.